Hi Tiki, good to see you on here. Hi Megan and Patricia and Megan. All of you guys are on here, thank you. We're still driving because we got a last minute call from Robert's granddaughters. He got to talk to all 4 of his granddaughters, and the youngest one is just a year old, and she's like, hi, hi. Anyway, so we are almost to our location, and then I will be able to put up a shade, and I won't be so like white, like bright white light on that side. I don't know, maybe I should be bright white light. What do y'all think?
Like a brilliant shine.
Anyway, so how is everybody doing today? You doing all right? Hi Janet, thank you Megan. And Tiki, so glad you're on here today. Give Rocco a hug from me. I miss you guys. And Patricia, glad that you are doing well. And it's so odd, I keep forgetting that you are in Mississippi. So glad that you are here. And hi Catherine from Canada. Yay, Kyle, you got the dogs fed and you're fed. I had to eat on the way. I was trying to make sure that I was ready. Hi, Marcia from St. Charles, Missouri. That's awesome. And Betty and Tony's Troops and Jan, North NC girl from Texas. Hi, Terry, right back at you. And when we get stopped, it won't be so wobbly, I promise. And hey, new nomadic Stephen, you're in Laughlin. That's awesome. I thought about you while we were traveling, and I'll tell you guys all about it. But while we were, hi Beth in Minnesota, while we were doing this ridiculous amount of traveling, every time that we passed an RV park that you like to use, Stephen, we thought about you, and I'd be like, hi Stephen, wherever you are, and Thousand Trails, that's what I couldn't think of. Anyway, we passed several of them, and I would think about you every time, and we'd say, hi Stephen. So anyway, I'm so glad you guys are on here. It has been a crazy 2 weeks. Thank you, We'll Work for Donuts 24/7. That is the greatest name ever. I love that. I am well. I will tell you that it has been borderline, but I get to, from now on, sounds like a Shania Twain song, from this day forward, I get to go at a very slow pace. I will be going at my pace, traveling very slowly. I will, we put on 1,000 miles in like 2 days. I think that's right. And I will be actually doing less than that, me personally, the whole summer. So, so anyway, from here I get to rest and I get to do better, and I will heal up. And Beth is on here from Minnesota. And yay, I'm so glad that the reception is good. We are turning onto the road where we are going to stop for the entire chat, and then there will be no more bumpiness. And happy spring to you too, Tammy. Yeah, Jan, I do remember your name, and it just stuck with me. I think because my cousin used to live in North Carolina, and of course I'm from Texas, and we've done a couple of emails, and I just always remember you, and I'm so grateful for that. One day if I don't, please forgive me for that. But so let's see. Okay. So I'm a little bit crooked, I think. Let me see if I can fix this without messing anything up too much. How's that? Is that okay? Can you guys see me okay? Let's see, get my chats back. Hang on, I lost something. Oh, thank you, Catherine. These are from my cousin in Texas, Beverly. Cindy's mother, and I just love them. I've been wearing them for about a week now. Because that I just love them. So anyway, these are from Beverly, and I love Beverly, and it's a shout out to those guys. Yes, we did get to see the Bloom Trilby, and that'll be coming up on Two Meander, of course. I know, Megan. I haven't been well, I'll be honest. Being out of my van and then all the traveling we've been having to do has not been good for me. How is the volume for you guys? We have the air conditioner going, but I can roll the window down and we can turn the engine off if we need to. Hey, Chuck and Lettie, they're traveling and I'm gonna roll the windows down. Anyway, Chuck and Lettie are traveling and they stopped to be able to make the this chat, and so that makes me really happy. Thank you. I'm so glad that you guys are on here. We've made so many wonderful friends through YouTube and social media, and have gotten to meet people in person, and Chuck and Lettie are two of those people. And anyway, Chuck and Lettie, we love you. Linda is on here, Beth is on here, Betty Shannon is on here. What part of Texas am I from? That is a good question. I graduated high school in Duncanville, which when we moved there, there was as many people in the whole town as there was in my entire graduating class, and now they graduate in Texas Stadium in stages. And so when I moved there, though, it had dirt roads and was crazy small. But I've lived all over. I just not sure why. I am sure why, and that it'll be out in some stories and some writings pretty soon. But I went to an average of 3 schools a year, all over everywhere, from all over Texas and California, Arkansas, but I graduated high school in Duncanville, and that's about the closest that I can answer that part. Will work for donuts. So Tiki is and everybody's saying hi to Robert. Oh, because he logged on. Yay! Tiki and Trilby need to meet. Trilby is saying that because they're close. They're neighbors. Yay, England! I am working on being in a better place. I will tell you with my feelings, Angela, I will tell you guys that yesterday we had like a 2-hour-long talk with my trustee, who is also a spiritual giant in my life, and I just love him. And I hope no one is offended about what I'm fixing to say. I hope no one's offended by this, but we got off and off the phone and hung up, and Robert came up with, I think the phrase is correct, that felt like an emotional proctology exam, because we were just so, it was so much to cover, and I have not been well, and I was dead honest with both of them about where I'm at. And how I have been, you know, I'm the queen usually of gratitude and cocoa, and you can always find something to be grateful for, and I have been having such a hard time that I was anything but that. But we did that, we had that 2-hour phone call, and I'm not going to be traveling anymore and putting on the miles like we have been. And so I'm feeling better, and I'll get better and better and better. So there you go. So anyway, I probably shouldn't have shared that on air, but I did. So it's over with, and there you go. How are we surviving the rebuild? We'll tell you about that in just a moment. And glad that the sound is fine. Good to hear that. We turned the engine off, Beth, because it was loud for me. I couldn't concentrate with it on there. Hey, David, glad to see you on here. Sorry about the finger. I don't know how to scroll through the comments without hitting that. Hi, Kat. Good to see you too. Hi, Living Life with Lettie. Yay, Janet. Go Texas. And Betty, are you from Texas too? Awesome. If I knew that, I forgot. Dripping Springs, yay, Trish. We actually, I can't remember. We went through Dripping Springs or by there. and it was I got to tell Robert about, you know, Dripping Springs and Wimberley and all of that used to be my go-to places to get away from people. And we drove through Dripping Springs, and I couldn't believe how many commercial, it was like there were franchises and stuff there now, and there used to be nothing in Dripping Springs. So anyway, Austin, Texas, awesome. That's where my career was in Austin. Hi, Joan. Good to hear from you. And is Peaches on here? Hi, Peaches. Oh, I hope you're not losing signal. It's so good to see you on here. Oh yeah, Robert already told you that I was talking about how it grew. Yeah, setting my own slower pace will help tremendously. It just because I just can't do this travel that I've been doing, and my finger is okay. That's good because I can't figure out how to do it any other way. I'm sorry. And let's see. No, it's not small anymore. Oh, thank you, Katie's and Noreen. I will answer that in just a minute. Hi, Wesley. Good to see you on here, too. Okay, so my title was from Nevada to Texas to California. Hi from Ohio. Good to see you on here, itching to go. And then we went to the Super Blooms, and wait till you guys see that video that Robert will be putting out on twomeander. And yeah, slow travel is exactly what the doctor ordered, like literally, and what I have to do from now on, even if it means saying no to Robert, to family, to whatever. And I am never ever doing another van build on Fancy Free. I'm not moving out of Fancy Free. I doubt I'll even do hotels. Robert is handsome as always, Chuck. Just so you know, he's doing great. And he too is ready for you know, the slower travels, and we wouldn't be doing as well as we are if it weren't for our friends Lisa and Spencer letting us stay in Pahrump. And then we went to my cousins Cindy and Mike in Texas, and Mike helped so much with did the inside of the van build cabinet wise, while Robert redid all of the wiring and moved solar and added things and improved some things, and we'll be doing a van build reveal on all of that. And I got lost on what I was gonna say. Hold on, let me catch up. Let me see. Yeah, slow travel. The only time that some things interfere with that, like, is weather, and you have to get out of the weather, you know. And then hey, Nomadic Healer in New York, and so in Calgary, Blue Eyes, Rogue, memes. So yeah, sometimes. Oh, good, Peaches. I'm glad the signal's better for you. And so sometimes you have to travel, and when you're not planning on it, or you have to scoot on down the road a lot faster than you originally thought you would. But I am not. I'm not moving out of the van anymore, and I'm not doing another van rebuild. If I were to move out of Fancy Free, like take my things out of Fancy Free for any reason, hey Kat, I'll tell you where we are in just a minute. Anyway, if I were to take things out of Fancy Free for any reason, it would be to move into another rig that was already made ready. I mean, like ready to roll, and we're moving into a bigger rig together or something. Kyle, I have a 12-volt heated blanket. It came from a wonderful viewer. Anyway, into a bigger rig, or to you know, to move into sticks and bricks, like assisted living or something. So but I'm not redoing. Oh, hi Chuck, thank you. You and Lettie, you're so sweet. Thank you. You know, it's very, very much appreciated, and you didn't have to do that, but thank you, really appreciate it. Yay, Dayton, somebody's on here from Dayton too, so we got Ohio covered, but thank you. And Chuck and Lettie, I forgot, when we're done, text where you're headed, because I forgot to ask you that earlier because I was hurrying to get ready for the chat. But I just can't do it. And so people invite me to come stay with them and things like that, and I can't do it. I'm not moving out of Fancy Free anymore, and I am not traveling fast anymore, and it means saying no to a lot of people, and I am in a little bit of fear that I will lose people in my life. But that I can't help it, and that's just how it has to be. I don't have a choice. And it's just like, I'll be honest with you, to get here we had to come a long route. I don't know, I think it added about 30, maybe even 40 miles onto our route. I have my ponytail. 30 or 40 miles onto our route, because there was a road going into, we were at Anza Borrego to get the super bloom colors for you guys, and I'm really excited about y'all seeing that. And there's one road going into the Anza Borrego State Park that is just awful, and it's the main road, and it hurt so badly. I had to take one of my major pain pills, and I just don't do that. I stay away from those things, and it really hurt me so badly, and we had to go way around to come out of Anza Borrego. But those are the things I'm gonna have to start doing, and really honoring my disability, because I just can't keep doing the things I've been doing. And I allowed myself to push so hard because so many people were helping us with this van build and everything, that I really put my health in danger, and was close to being hospitalized a couple of times. And I'm just not gonna do that to myself or Robert or anyone else that I'm traveling with anymore. So anyway, so I had to say that about no more van builds, no more moving out of Fancy Free. If I move out of Fancy Free, it's because I'm saying goodbye to Fancy Free and moving into something else. So, you know, for people that I come and stay with, when I say I'm staying in my van, I mean that. I'm not, I have to. So anyway, I'm still looking at that $25 from Chuck. Thank you for that, you and Lettie. I love you guys. Sorry that it's storming in St. Louis. Wanda's on here from Mississippi. Wanda was my sister's name. Part of why I have my tattoo there on there. Let's see, 70-degree temps. Yeah, see, I'm in short sleeves. It's so nice, and the windows are open. And that's another reason why we left Anza Borrego, and I'll cover that in a minute. Let's see, Central Illinois, nice. Oh, thank you, Kyle. Appreciate that. It is about knowing, it's about knowing my limits, knowing them, and being willing to be true to them, even though I am afraid of hurting other people's feelings or something. And so that's a difference. You not only have to know your limits, you have to honor them. And that's for me, that's not always easy for me. Oh, thank you, Nomadic Healer. We'll take you up on those prayers. And I don't think it's about them, Trilby, I want to answer that, because I don't think it's about people not being willing to accept no. I think it's about people wanting to give and to be a part of contributing to and helping. And I am the one that has to be better about communicating my needs, and I'm the one that has to learn how to do that in a way that's kind and thoughtful and loving and honors me and them. And I'm not very good at that right now, but I'm getting better at it. So let's see. What else? Trying to New Hampshire. I have a friend that lives in New Hampshire. One of my best friends from high school. We met them. She came. We were staying in upstate New York with Robert's brother and sister-in-law, and we went to somewhere and we met them. And she lives in New Hampshire, but I can't remember all that. In Wisconsin, pretty. I have an aunt in Wisconsin. Hi, Julie Tooley. Good to see you on here. If I've missed anybody, I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up, and I'm so sorry about my... I just like keep sticking my finger in your face. Yeah, Trilby, it's not a matter even of just easing and comfort for me. I get disoriented. It is so hard to wake up and not know where you are, and for it to take so long to try to remember where you are and that you're safe and what's going on. And I just, anyway, it's just, I don't want to, I feel like I'm whining, and I don't want to be whining. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate you understanding. Except the blackbirds. Thank you, Itchin' to Go. Thank you, Trilby. Yes, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. I love you. Okay, so I'll come, if I'm caught up now, I'll tell you where we are now. Okay, so you know that we left Lisa and Spencer's in Nevada, and we drove to Texas to my cousin's, and you've seen probably on social media, I'm quite still confused about what we've put up where, but that my cousin Mike was doing the cabinetry and everything, and we were on the Gulf Coast in Texas, and we left there. Robert was always going to leave there, and from there he was going to go to Wyoming, but he ended up and was going to leave a few days early, and then they had some things going on. My poor cousins, Cindy is my cousin, and her brother, my cousin, lives next door, and one of his trees fell on their house. They had that repair to do, and first one thing then another. And so Robert was thinking he would leave a little early and come west to see the super bloom, because it happened last year and it happened this year, as you know, but it only usually happens every decade. And so we didn't get to see it last year. I didn't want him to miss it this year, so I'm like, yeah, go see the super bloom. And then first one thing then another happened, and then it's like, okay, I came with him, and we decided to do the super bloom together instead of waiting another 10 years to do that. And Robert called it our last hurrah, because, you know, once he goes to Wyoming, he's going to have to find his own rig or do something, because he has moved out of Fancy Free, and this build is just for me. And so this was our last hurrah trip, and so we went to Anza Borrego, and I did not realize that that's where the lizard is, or the dragon that goes underground, all the sculptures and everything. And so we got to see that in addition to the super bloom. And I don't know if I have any moderators on here or not, so I'm going to put somebody in timeout. Anyway, so if I have any moderators on here, okay, thank you. Oh yeah, I got Robert and Tiki and everybody on here. Okay, thank you. So anyway, so I have since 2011, when I used to read blogs of people that I followed, back when blogs were more popular than vlogs are today, and I saw that lizard that goes underground and comes back up. It's a huge sculpture, and I got to see that in Anza Borrego, and we were there for a couple of nights and did all of that. And then it was supposed to get like, the temperatures were like climbing, and Lisa and Spencer said we could come back here, and so we're going to hang out here for a week. I have a lot I need to finish on the van that I can do. It's like I want to make a curtain, and do a couple of more things, and then we'll do the big reveal. And so I just realized I have my glasses on and y'all can't see me, sorry. So there you go, now you can see me. Anyway, so we're going to spend our last week here just chilling together before Robert takes off, and then I will most likely hook up with friends, and I don't know what I'll do after that, but I am traveling very slowly, very short distances, and resting a lot. And I know what I have to put my glasses back on, because they're also reading glasses, and so I have to be able to see. So hang on, let me see what's going on. Oh, that's so sweet of you, David. Thank you. Because I do feel like I whine. And can't wait to see you, Lisa. Let's see. And Lady T, thank you. That's very kind. Let's see. All right. So I'm not sure what's going on, but thank you, Angela. That's very kind of you. I don't feel like I am doing very good at managing my brain injury and communicating anymore, and maybe it's just rest I need. I don't know, but I feel like I don't. I'm getting almost afraid to be social. I don't even know how to say it, but I think I want to be authentic about that. Staying on YouTube and writing I refuse to give that up, because I feel like if I lose that voice, and this is why you guys are important to me, and why I'm so grateful for everybody that takes the time to show up in my life and be on things like my live chats, and when I get my channel going again, and when I write articles and you read them, or I write a book and you buy them, and I'm so grateful that I can still write. I've been so confused and disoriented and tired lately, I haven't even been able to write, and so I'm hoping, I believe I still have that ability. I think I just need rest. But I feel like if I lose this voice, if I give up my YouTube, if I give up my writing, that I'll just go away. My brain will win, and because I could be one of those people that just sits and faces a wall and stares at it all day. I'll be honest with you, that I could really be that person. And I just refuse to be that person. And so I make myself, even when I don't want to, I make myself come and I do things like this live chat, and I try to be as transparent with you guys as I can be. And it could be said that doing all of those miles was probably not something that was good for us, or good for me. And I know Robert got tired too, because he's the one that did the driving and everything, right? You know, so I know he got tired too. But I got to see my cousin, and I got to see Beverly, and I got to see Mike, and I got a van build that will work for me, that keeps me out here a little bit longer, and we'll do that van build reveal for you guys. And we got to come back out here, and we got to spend time together, and I will figure out my future one day at a time. And I have people that care about me, and there are a lot of people in this world that don't have the network that I do. And I have a partner that if I run into technical difficulties, that will keep me alive on YouTube, so that I can keep having my voice, because there are times I can't figure out anything, and he helps me, and he will be able to help me from that even remotely, because he's going to be on the road, and because you guys have helped me. I'm going to be getting a I can't think of the computer right now, and it doesn't matter, but it's one that he will be able to help me with on the road. And a car just went by, sorry for the noise. But anyway, I'm just trying to say that you guys are important to me. I'm going to back up and see what I've missed a little bit. Anyway, I just want you guys to know that you're important to me, and that it's not easy for me to keep showing up because my brain just wants to go to sleep. It just really does. And so I will just keep doing this, and right now I'll keep doing my live chat until I know that I can do videos again, because right now that's too much for me. I really need rest, but I can show up and I can do my live chats on Sunday. And yes, we 2 rigs is what we really need for now. We need one. Robert needs one that he can stand up in, and then that will allow us to cook in and do all kinds of stuff together. But Robert does more travel than I can do, and so I can't always go with him. I'm sorry that you had a setback, Megan. I just read that. Let's see. Rest and less stress. That's true. I'm catching up, Joan. I'm catching up. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, I can do it with this hand over here, and it doesn't put my finger in y'all's face. I'm so sorry for that. I just now figured that out. And thank you, moderators, for catching up. And Tammy Patient, thank you for saying about that, about the isolation. It's not isolation. With depression, it's easy to isolate, and then that builds and snowballs, and been there, done that. This is my mind not wanting to. I have to. It takes a lot of time and energy. Oh, thank you, Tiki, my darling. I love you. Thank you for that. It takes a lot of hard work to keep thinking when your brain doesn't want to think. There is the Brain Recovery Coach. Y'all look her up on YouTube. I've recommended her several times, but she did a video recently about how, you know, when everything that looks normal, even just talking or carrying on a conversation, uses like 1/10th to power to try to think through, and it's exhausting, and then when I'm tired on top of that, my mind just doesn't want to do it. I have to make myself stay active, because I just really I really could, if I wanted to let my mind, I could just sit and stare at a wall, and I'm just not going to let it go there. So it's not about isolating. I could do that. I could go put my head muffs on and go sit somewhere in a crowd and do that. So I just really appreciate you guys and your support, and that's really all that I meant to go off and say. Hi Frugal, good to see you. And I'm hearing an airplane or something, sorry. Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate the way that, I also appreciate the way you guys support each other. And traveling is stressful, even though I was just riding along, and I won't do that anymore either. It means that I might not get to. Hi Lynn, good to see you. And for Tiki, yeah, Tiki, I hope you heard me say that. Thank you, Tiki. I love you so much. You know that I do, but thank you for that. That just means the world to me. And I know that you sent that to me because you connected with what I was saying, and thank you for that, Tiki. And Tiki, give Rocco a hug for me. Tiki did her own little traveling, and got reunited with her beloved Rocco today, which is her dog that I love. And anyway, so I'm so glad that she and Rocco are together this afternoon. Lynn, hi. I owe you text, a phone call, email, whatever we need to do to connect, Lynn, and we will do that. And don't worry about being late. I'm just glad that you're here. And for anybody that's on here that I normally stay in touch with, I haven't been staying in touch with anybody. It's just been crazy. And so, yeah, Tiki got it. Thank you, sweetheart. Glad you heard me. Anyway, hi, Frugal. Hey, Frugal post. Frugal is the camp hostess with the mostest, you guys. I'm glad you caught this live stream too. We thought about Possum Kingdom. We were in Texas for a brief time just to quickly do some van build stuff at my cousin's. And we talked about Possum Kingdom and the time that we had there with my family, and then with you, Frugal, and then meeting up with Lola and the Dan Van Man. And anyway, we were thinking about you. Yours must have been burning. Oh, good, Wesley. I can't wait to hear which ones you think were real. And are you talking about Kaleidoscope 9, Wesley? Excuse me, Kaleidoscope 9, or my latest book? Kaleidoscope 9 is the one that has 2 completely true stories in it. And then the latest book, I can't even think today what the name of my latest book is. The Journey Begins. Every one of those stories has truth in it, and if anybody ever wants to know who the real characters are, let me, if you want to take a guess at it, I'll let you know if you're right. Oh, thank you, Julie Tooley. That's so good to hear. Thank you, Lynn. But I still want to talk to you and connect with you because I've missed you too. So we will catch up. Hey, Dan Van, I was just talking about you and being at Possum Kingdom. Okay, Kaleidoscope 9. Yay, Wesley. I look forward to hearing from you. I can't wait to see which ones you think it is and see if you guessed right. But there are 2 in there that are absolutely true. Thank you, Megan. I hope so. And I didn't know Julie was having brain fog. I hope it has lifted. Hi, Alan Austin. Bye, Angela. Thank you for joining us. And I am having a good day. Today was the first day that has been a kind of a down, slow day in a very, very, very long time. And we are out in nature, where it does me a world of good and where I need to be. And Cardies, I just want to say that when I battled depression, I battled depression for a lot of my life. And sorry, there's a dirt bike going by that's distracting me. But I battled depression for a lot of my life, and I'm grateful that I don't anymore. But that isolation and depression is such a bad combination, and I'm glad that you are getting out of that, and just do whatever you need to do. And I'm proud of you. And hey, Barry, where are you from? Let us know if you're willing where you're from. And if I missed saying bye to Angela, I'm sorry. No, I did. I said bye to Angela. All right, so I think I covered everything. I keep hitting the camera, sorry. Anza Borrego. We were surprised. I have to tell y'all something. We got to yes, Megan. Birds. I used to my home in Austin that I owned. Well, it wasn't Austin. It was actually Cedar Park. Actually, on one side of the highway was Austin, and on the other side was Cedar Park. So I mean, you wouldn't know that I didn't live in Austin. I worked in Austin, but my home was in Cedar Park. It's on one of our videos because I went by and I showed Van. I just read Dan Van. I showed Robert my home, but I was close to having it certified as a backyard wildlife sanctuary. And hey, good for you, Lady T. And anyway, so yeah, looking at the bird feeders and the squirrels and the different things, even if you're in town, it is awesome. And so glad you could be here today, Barry. That's awesome. But there, oh, I was telling you about Anza Borrego. Okay, so we drove all that way from Texas to pick a place to be able to experience together before Robert heads north to Wyoming, right? And we wanted to see the super bloom. And we get to Anza Borrego, and I'm texting all my friends that have been there or that are from Southern California, and a lot of the YouTubers on here that have been there. And it's like, where are the flowers? Because we got to Anza Borrego, and there were no flowers that we could find anywhere. It was crazy. Well, it turns out that in the main part of Anza Borrego, where they had been, those blooms had died down or had closed up. And so we had to do some research and go, we did like a 45-mile loop and found some amazing photo and video clips for you that we'll be sharing with you. But we got there and we thought, oh my gosh, we drove all this way from Texas and there's nothing here. It was one of the most disappointing moments you can imagine. And but it turned out great, and I'm so glad. So let me see what else I've got here. Oh, Dan Van, I have not watched. That's another thing. I am so behind. I'm behind on with catching up with all my friends. I'm behind on catching up on everybody's videos. But that'll change from now on because, like I said, I'm going slow, and so we'll catch up. And find out where everybody is. Hey Bonnie, good to see you on here, sweetheart. I meant to text you today, and again, you guys, I just haven't been with it, and I apologize. Let's see, Florida, there we go. Bonnie, you're heading westward. Gosh, stay in touch. Let me know where. Yay, Bonnie. Oh, who did that? Who did that for me? Oh, Wesley, thank you so much. And I so appreciate that. And it's very special to me that you do that from Canada. Thank you, Wesley. I appreciate it very much. And Bonnie, I really, really, really want to hear or stay in touch and get to see you and meet you in person. That's going to be so awesome. Let's see. Barry, you're in Florida. We've got 3 friends in Florida, and I've promised them that I will come see them in winter. So we're going to oh, thank you, Frugal. It is hard being behind on videos. I haven't even been, I got to catch up with you, Frugal. I don't even know, didn't even know you were camp hosting, so I gotta catch up. Good for you, Bonnie, on your address. And thank you, Wesley. Good vibes always to you too. You're so awesome. And Catherine, you always say that to him every time he donates from Canada. But I know you're kidding because you're from Canada too. But I don't care if it's 2 pennies. It doesn't matter. It's the thought and the love that counts. And Cardis, thank you so much. This is really, you guys make it fun. And Wesley, thank you. See, Robert's hopelessly behind. Robert is hopelessly behind on everything but taking care of Debra and her van build. That's the truth. We got, you guys, we've lost patrons because we haven't been in touch like we should, and we get it. If you're a patron and you sign up to be a patron and you don't get material from us, and that's discouraging, and so we've lost a lot. This van build, you know, travel cost anyway, but because it took us away from business, it's kind of like when you own a store but you never open your doors. Of course you lose people. And oh, look at you, Nomadic. Thank you, Nomadic Healer. That's so kind. Go as slow as you need. Blessings to you too, Nomadic Healer. Thank you guys. And it's been hard. And it's been hard on Robert. He's made me his priority. He's made the van build his priority. But as you know, he went full-time with twomeander and dropped all of his other clients because our business was building, and we've lost tons of business and tons of patrons, but we're back and we will build, and it's going to be okay. I'm not complaining, and I just it's the reality when you are self-employed, when you have a business, and when you are committed to people and you have made commitments to people and you are not showing up, they have a right to go, well, don't know what's going on with you, but see you down the road. But I just want you guys to know that are on here with us today that we're back, we're in control, we have a plan, and we're not only behind on watching our friends' videos and catching up, but we've got some plans and we're going to be doing some good things. So stay tuned for that. Lady T, I promised Robert I will try real hard this week to finish a couple of things that I want to do on the van build so that he can do the van build reveal. He will be leaving in about a week or so to head to Wyoming for the birth of his 5th grandchild. And so I've promised him that I will finish what I need to finish so that he can do a van build, or at least film a van build reveal before he leaves. And so that will be coming up on our twomeander channel. So there you go. David, yay for you for subscribing to Frugal. That's awesome. And yes, Barry. Oh, yay. Send pictures of your conversion, Barry. And yes, definitely coming to Florida. So let's see, what else am I behind on? Let's see. Lady T is asking. Oh, thank you, Julie. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you sharing my channel. That means a lot to me, and I'm so excited to get healthy again. I've got getting the computer and getting healthy again so that I can start sharing again. Because this van build, the layout that we did, for not only for me, but to me, I think is one of the best on the road. And I mean, let's be honest, guys, I've been out here 4 years. I should have learned something by now of what works and what doesn't work, and what to do and what not to do, and put it all together, and it's just freaking awesome. I can't wait to share it with you. You're gonna love it. Let's see. Yes, I do love him for being a loving grandpa. He is pops to his grandkids, and he is a very loving man and grandfather to them, and I do love him for that. And I'm known as Dee Dee to them, and I hate not being able to go, but I'm going to try to go up there when it gets cooler. So we'll see how that goes. Hi, Gina. Glad to see you on here, sweetheart. And let's see. I am blessed very much by Robert, you guys. So, does anybody have any questions? I've been sharing a lot with you about, you know, we went from, I'm watching rabbits again. Sorry. We went from Nevada to Texas to California to Nevada. His granddaughters this morning were trying to go on the map and follow all that, and they're Haley's 5, right?
Just turned 6.
Just turned 6. See, I'm already a year behind. It was hilarious. It was love. No, my van is not in Texas. My van is with me. I will never be without my van again. And thank you, Tiki. If I didn't say where I'm at again, we are back in we left Anza Borrego because it's getting in the 80s and 90s there, and Lisa and Spencer were kind enough to let us spend our last week together back here at their place. They have land outside of Pahrump, and so we are spending our last week together before Robert heads out here, and then I will go camping with some friends. So thank you, Tiki, for that reminder if I didn't tell people where I was. So where were you, Wesley? That we missed you. Oh, I hate that. But no, Catherine, I'm serious. I will never ever be out of my van again unless I have somewhere to move into that is ready to roll or that is assisted living. So my van is with me. Right now I am in Robert's car, but my van is intact, waiting for me back on Lisa and Spencer's property. It is, Janet. Their mom bought them a map of the United States, and they always, when they talk to Pops on the phone, they always say, "Where are you?" And it's color coded, and so you can help them narrow in on where we are, and they get really excited because right now they thought we're really close. They're in Wyoming, and they're like, "Oh, you're here. You're really near. You're close by." It was so cute. Anyway, let's see, through El Paso. Oh, that's so cute. Won't be going back that way anytime soon. I'm sorry, Lady T. Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, I lost your Valentine's card." Let's see. I know, Gina, but I will see you when you get back from California. I will make it happen, and I'm not, oh, that's okay, Catherine. He's taken the car to Wyoming. It's a toad, but he did. So that's why he did all the driving. Spring is on its way, and be sure to wave as you fly by. Gina may fly by, but I'll see you. You know, I'll see you when you get back, Gina. No worries on that. And so I hope I've answered every one's questions. Oh, good. Thank you for asking. I love it when you guys ask questions. JK is asking, is the van build done? The van build is 3/4 done. There are a few more things I think that Robert wants to get done before drop an egg on Robert's head. I think there are a few more things that Robert wants to get done before he heads out. A van build is never done. That's true. It's kind of like owning a home. You know, there's always something to be done. You know, he won't get the cabinet built around the electrical cabinet built, but all the electrical stuff is in place. There's a couple of more electrical components he wants to add before he leaves. There is a curtain I want to make, and I'm adding something to the curtains that my friend Colleen helped me make. We changed the length on a couple of things because we changed the interior of the doors. The van is completely different. Y'all aren't even going to recognize Fancy Free. So there are some tweaks we're going to make hopefully this week so that he can film the reveal before he leaves so that we can share it with you on twomeander. But it's never really done, right? That's the truth. Let's see, I think, what'd Barry say? Yes, they are. They are a blessing. I'm so, Robert's family is a blessing, and he's so blessed with those grandbabies. We already have solar on the roof, Wesley. I have 400 watts of Renogy solar panels on the roof. And Robert just moved that, did some tweaking, wiring tweaking to that, improved that, and I got an improved controller and an improved inverter, and he like just made everything, reminded me of Tim the Toolman Taylor. You know how Tim the Toolman Taylor was always tweaking everything to make it like more powerful, and boom, you know, that's what Robert did with my stuff. What is the best thing about your new build other than being done? It's 3/4 done. The best thing about my van build is that it is functional and it is simple this time. everything, it works. Everything is within reach. I don't have to move things to get to things. I can't think anymore. If I have to like maneuver cabinets or move things around to get to things, I'm not able with my brain injury to do that anymore. I've reached the point where that just doesn't happen. And so things can't be underneath a bed where it's stored and you have to pull things out and get to things behind things. And this layout is very simple and very functional. It's very pretty. It's very clean. I have a beautiful floor this time even. It is very simple and it works for me, and I can do it. I can manage it. And I think that ties with being so beautiful. It's just so pretty. So let's see, am I caught up? Let me see. What are my accent colors going to be? You have to wait on that one, Barry, because I'm working on a couple of things myself. So let's see. I'm so glad, Megan, that you are starting out your week good. That's important. And contact me anytime you want to, girlfriend. You've got my email. It's twomeander@gmail.com. And let's see. It is some good solar. And Julie, there will be no more changes from this basic. He's laughing, but there will be no more changes from this basic structure. I can't handle it anymore. I can't. The cabinets and everything that are in place now, they stay. If I have to get rid of things, or if I change things out, you know, like pillows or bedding or something like that, that's different. But the structure of this van build will not change again. This is it for me. This works or it doesn't. So all right, so let me see. Catching up. Robert can do anything, Janet. And I will tell you that my cousin Mike made this beautiful. He's the one that had all the tools, and he did the rounded curves, and it is just so beautiful. And my cousin Mike did that. Robert can do all that. Robert, I have the patience Mike did to make everything so pretty and finessed and painted and beautiful, but Robert can do all of that. He can do anything. So yes, he is impressive, but so is my cousin Mike, and he needs kudos too. Let's see. Did I get rid of all the stuff I needed to? I actually did. I'm going to be, I have some boxes, plastic totes stacked up right now that have my sewing stuff in them, that once I finish these final projects of making that curtain and stuff like that, that will go away. And then there is nothing excess in my van. It will be minimal for me. Robert might disagree, but for me it is minimal. There is nothing jammed in anywhere. There's nothing packed behind anything. It's clean lines, simple, minimal stuff. It's amazing to me. Let's see. Let's see. What did I miss? I am moved in, and it is mostly decorating, and I downsized immensely. I may get rid of some more things, but I can't wait for you guys to see it. And Robert is awesome to make it that way. The layout design was in my head, and I conveyed that to Robert and my cousin Mike, and they built what was in my head, and that's almost a scary thought, but they did it, and it's beautiful, and it worked out exactly like I hoped it would and needed it to, so that I can live in it again. Let's see. Another hypothermia? What happened, Wesley? I missed something. Why are we talking about hypothermia? I missed, I think, I'm sorry, what did I miss? What's the wheelbase length? It's just a cargo van, just a Ford cargo van, white. Imagine that, another white cargo van for a Nomad. Someday I'm going to change Fancy Free's color, bless her heart.
It's standard length.
Standard length, whatever that is. I guess 18, 19 foot. What? It's not an extended van. It's just a regular cargo van. Oh, Sandy's on here. Yeah, that must be Jam Van's on here. I didn't see her. 110 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
over 9 feet from the sleep back.
So I have like 6 by 9 feet to live in, and so anyway, I just can't wait for y'all to see it. And the way that I had it laid out in my head is exactly what they built. And I don't have to, like I said, I don't have to like reach for anything and move stuff to get to anything. And I'm so happy for that. Will I be traveling with people with the new refurbed rig? I will be traveling within proximity of people at all times, and I will have GPS on at all times, so that my tribe knows where I am. Lordy, how do I say this without this saying bad, sounding bad? Who asked me that? Who asked me that? Oh, Kyle, will you be traveling with people? I will be camping with people, with my friends, as often as I can. But I'm not good with people right now for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't work. Me and people aren't working out real well right now. So I think it's probably better I stay to myself a lot until I either heal or figure out why I'm having trouble. And so anyway, I won't necessarily travel with anyone. I will camp with people from time to time. In fact, after Robert leaves, I'm meeting one of my besties in California, and we'll be camping together, and then I'll get to camp with Gina. But I think mostly right now, and until I get a handle on my symptoms and what's going on with me, it's better for even other people if I don't camp or be around people right now. So anyway, Kyle, I hope that answers your question. Hang on, I can't see now, dang it. Hang on. I just brain injuries are not for wimps. they're just not for wimps. Anyway, let's see what else. You're not making me cry, Kyle. It's okay. It's just hard to it's hard to mainstream right now. You know, you guys, you know, I used to teach, and I think about all the special ed students that we had, and we tried the school district. I'm going to put it on the school district, not the teachers. The school district for a while mandated mainstreaming, and I think that the teachers and the social workers and the students ought to be involved in that. But they mandated mainstreaming, and it was so difficult for some of those those students. And I feel like that's a little bit of where I am right now. Mainstreaming is really hard for me right now. And I think maybe I'll get past that. I'm working on getting past that, and I'm going to keep working with my trustee and to get past that and figure out what's going on. But you know, somebody might invite me over for dinner, and I can't even tell you. I can say yes at 4 o'clock. I'll be there at 5 o'clock for dinner, and then by 5 o'clock I can't make it. And that just, things like that make it really hard to be around people, or people are being very loving and kind and talking, and I can't stay. I'm hoping a lot of it is just needing rest. Robert thinks that's a lot of what it is, that I just need lots of rest. But I don't think traveling with people or camping with people right now would be very enjoyable even for other people. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm going to move on, because I don't like being like this. Y'all don't like me being like this. Nobody wants to be like this. So here we go. Let's talk about something else. Let's see. Thank you. I appreciate that, Julie. I just, boy, y'all, thank you for saying that about being an inspiration. I don't have anything to offer you right now that's inspirational, other than to keep on keeping on, because that's what I'm doing. I'm not doing it very pretty. I'm not doing it. Oh, you know what? David, my trustee, said something on our phone call yesterday. What did he say about something poorly, doing something poorly?
Something's worth doing is worth doing poorly.
Yeah, if something, you know, you always hear if something is worth doing, it's worth doing it right, so you don't have to redo it. But he quoted, and I don't know if he was quoting Father Richard Rohr. I don't remember who he was quoting, but he reminded me that if something is worth doing, it's worth doing poorly. You know, it's okay to do it poorly for a while and get better. And I want to get better. I haven't been myself since actually since I got thrown off my feet at the RTR and everything, and so I really like that saying. It's okay to do things poorly, and so that's what we're gonna do. Oh, Frugal, thank you. I would really enjoy that. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. And Wesley and Dan, thank you so much. Dan, I really appreciate that very, 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 very much. Stephen, your edits are great, but that made me laugh. Thank you. That's hilarious. I'll remember that next time you do an edited video. When David said that yesterday, anything worth doing is worth doing poorly, and you just can keep doing it poorly. It doesn't matter. It's worth doing, and period. And I really like that. It's the opposite of what you usually hear, and I just thought that was beautiful. So there you go. Somebody, and so I will be here every Sunday, and as soon as I'm able to get this working again up here to get videos back out to you, I will do that. Thank you, JK. I think it will too, and thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that, and thank you, Barry, for saying that. You only lose in life when you quit. That's true, Catherine. And Tiki, thank you. And I will keep on keeping on. I have to. And for people that say you can't make friends on social media, and that you know, social media isn't real connection, I'm just gonna say that you're wrong. It is my lifeline right now. connecting with you guys, having this voice through YouTube, doing my blog, and hopefully getting rested enough to write my next book. That is right now what is keeping me alive and what is keeping me going. And so for those that don't get that social media can be a connection and can be a life jacket and can be soul to soul through the microwaves, I'm here to say you're wrong. It is. And so, yes, you have. And not only, Gina, you've made a whole medical community on social media. Your doctor even sends you people because you're so wonderful at it. Oh, he's more than a shot in the shoulder. There he is. Robert, you're on camera.
Candy, I want Candy camera.
He says they want to see you at your chat, not me. But and yes, Trilby is a medical professional, and I appreciate you weighing in on that. Lynn, I'm my doctor in Wyoming. I am going to go through Wyoming. My plan is to go through Wyoming in September when it's cooler and I can go up there. I just can't go up there because Fancy Free doesn't have AC and there's nowhere for me to stay where I can endure the summers up there without, and I'm not putting myself through health risk anymore up there. And so I am planning on going to seeing her in September, and I'm in communications with her for sure, and David as well. So there you go, everybody. We have been on here for, thank you, Frugal. Thank you, everybody. We've been on here for over an hour. I just love you guys. Thank you so much. It does have dash AC. I keep saying my van doesn't have AC, and Robert has to tell everybody it does have AC in the front when I'm driving, just not in the back in the living quarters. So thank you guys once again for being here and for understanding me and for letting me be as transparent as I can be and often as I choose to be with my brain injury. I will be honest, I have a little bit of a mask on today of showing you a better side of me than I'm really doing, but I think you get that. And I am working on it, and I've been honest about that, and will continue to do better and get better. And I have a lot of friends around me and a lot of health professionals that I'm in touch with that that will take care of me as well. So thank you, Itching to Go. I appreciate that, and I love everybody. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the super chat tips. It helps more than I can say. If you are interested in becoming a Patreon for twomeander for as little as $1 a month, please go check it out, because Robert has lost a lot of business taking care of me in these last few months, and our videos are coming up on twomeander, so be ready to watch for them, including that beautiful super bloom and all of those, and the van build and reveal. And love you guys. Thank you for all the outpouring of love that you're showing me right now. I send it right back to you. Have a great week, everybody. Love you. Bye.